discuss with a number of stakeholders. We're able to put a plan together. We're able to make all of the MDAs then stick to the plan, because if you listen to any of these strategic plans from the MDAs, you can see it all anchor in the medium-term development plan, which at the core we get the big five game changers, and we also get five enablers. Also, we don't implement the plan, and where we monitor the plan, we see say we make progress. We use the plan for leverage additional resources. We use the plan for coordinate donor activities at the national level, for coordinate district level activities. So I feel say we don't try for plan this country towards the economic development and empowerment of we citizens.
You make mention, say, this midterm national development plan are the hub for national development. We dey into the 2024 to the 2030 edition now. But before we look at that, take me back to the last one, we are the 2019 to 2023, the thing that we've been there inside. How far government's been go for implementing and waiting at some of the achievements them in this agenda?
For the previous plan, this one, as we know, at the core of this plan, the flagship has been human capital development. And I feel say from the assessment, the government really advanced in this area. Any government or any president will take human capital development as the main strategy. Now, a president will get vision. A president also will get compassion for in people. And the reason why I say this is, if any president, first-term president, they go for re-election, most of the time, now infrastructure we focus on. Because when you go for something like 3 quality education, you know they see that impact for another 15 or 20 years where the president don't day out of office. So we made so much progress in terms of human capital development, free quality education, school enrollment increased over the period by about 1 million pupils. We get greater parity, gender parity, not only in primary school, but we also get in JSS. Now tertiary now we effect towards. Increase been there in the health indicators. In health indicators be improved, maternal mortality reduce, infant mortality reduce, and we get better social protection. So this was the core interventions. Of course, we been get interventions in other sectors, but because the flagship now be human capital development, now I make emphasize Dandy.
The first plan we look at human capital development, but under that plan they also talk about economic management, where under there you get fiscal discipline, stabilize the macroeconomy, increase domestic revenue mobilization, and manage public debt.
Mm-hmm.
Then we look at how government be able to handle the economy in that area.
During that period, also, the government make progress in the economy in all of those areas where we talk, and we carry them through to this plan because fiscal economic management is core to the economic development. We in terms of the debt, we put various strategies in place. Debt has don't always be a challenge. Both your domestic debt as well as your external debt. But the government don't put strategies in place and they try for stick to these strategies. We don't put other strategies in place. We go help we for really manage the fiscal space. We don't carry on from the previous plan into this plan.
Madam Minister, when His Excellency the President will take up office, we see it's and many executive orders then we to the point of ensuring that we get a single treasury account as well for reduce or manage the economy. But along the line, many people don't question the country economy that government not do much for CC stabilize the economy, taking into consideration the the standard of living and also the rate at which many things had gone?
I believe, say, from the macro indicators, we don't stabilize the economy. What you they talk about is the impact at the lower level. You say the cost of living, and globally, as we know, we talk about what we refer to as the poly crisis. Various post-COVID, the Ukraine war, the multiple wars. So every country, almost every country in the world, they cry for the cost of living. But you come to now, within the government, don't they try to put in place one of the main concerns of the populace, as we know, is we staple food, right? At least what we don't do, the cost of rice don't go down. The cost of other commodities don't go down. So when they talk about the layman or the ordinary man, how it don't affect them. First of all, a priority to everybody is for ensure and get 1 square meal.
And I mean, if I talk of the cost of rice don't go down to how many, from how much to how many right now?
It go from just below 1 million to the latest way we hear now about 600,000, and that is a huge reduction.
And do you think say that okay for the country as it is?
What do you mean by that question? Because
I mean the level of, or the cost of thing for it. You think say that's normal now, or it's okay?
well, we talk about the affordability and how it affects the layman. That's what we talk about right now. Whether it's okay, you get different perspectives. But if we say this now is staple food, right, and it will go up to 1 million, most people are normally able to afford them at that time. We don't make them more affordable. We not say that yes, some people still not afford the cost where you don't can down to. But it is a great improvement. And this now be a deliberate measure. It not ever happened in the history of Sierra Leone. It not ever happened.
So let we look at, before we come to the other activities them, or the midterm national development plan 2024 to 2030, we already they talk about the first 5 years we don't complete. Yourself mentioned say this plan now the hub for national development implementation. But when you look at different records or reports, whether locally or internationally, Salone still a struggle in terms of development. How you can describe the first 5 years plan and self the one we in action now in terms of success for develop this country?
Salone don't struggle for a while. And we don't, yes, they for a long time at the bottom of many human development indexes. But we don't improve. No matter what, we positions don't improve. And you get various indicators where they keep we at the bottom of the human development index. Some of them are areas where I just don't mention within the human capital development. Life expectancy, neonatal deaths, under 5 deaths. These are indicators where they translate into the wider indicators where they keep we at the bottom of a lot of these indexes. But because sometimes the immediate effect not to translate right away, you have to wait a couple of years, before these statistics reflect improvements. But there are improvements where go improve with standing globally.
So in that area, Madam Minister, you think the government be able to achieve some of the key priority areas then under the the previous plan?
Yes, the government be able, as I had already outlined the media, but the government being able to achieve many of the objectives of the last development plan. But where you where you build on a foundation way shaky. Because Sierra Leone, I can always say we've been get a lot of posts from where me start now planning. I can tell people that we start with the structural adjustment program. We've been squeeze the poor. Then we go into the war. So we been get challenges that end. Then we post-war planning. Then after the post-war, as they try to get we self together, Ebola come in. So we're doing Ebola and post-Ebola planning. We try to get we self together, now COVID come in. We're on the COVID planning. So amidst all of this planning, where we try to do, there's been so many headwinds, so many setbacks, both nationally and globally. But amidst all of that, we don't make progress as a nation. We've been recognized making progress. And, when I go internationally, in fact, the various international agencies and individuals and say, Sierra Leone not a broadcast the progress where we did make as much as we should.
Okay. Now, we did talk about the first 5 year, we now the 2023 to the 2019 to 2023, and also we get for can look at the 2024. But you make mention of Salone don't make a lot of progress. Yes, when you look at the human development index report, Salone still rank low, ranking 185 out of 193 countries. Improvement on the day over the years, but still Salone day below world average.
Mm-hmm.
Coming to the implementation of the new plan, what in the plan for improve this ranking?
Okay.
As Salone still below average.
Okay. Sierra Leone, yes, it is below average, but I still want to emphasize that there's an improvement there, because years back, what we've been to say, Sierra Leone, they at the bottom of the Human Development Index. That is
still the bottom.
Last, right? We don't move in the ranking. We don't improve in the ranking, right? We're not at the bottom of the Human Development Index. So this plan now, moving from the previous plan, where the focus been there on human capital development, is this plan really deal with the big 5 game changers, because I tell you the importance of dealing with human capital development, that sometimes the benefits, and we go see the benefits, but we go see them 15, 20 years hence. We need to talk about 1 million children being recruited, being enrolled over that period of time, right? And then get years for go through school, then go through university, before we have a more educated task force. So in the next 15, 20 years, now then we go see the impact. Now, everybody not patient for wait for that period of time. So we therefore tackle the development in a multi-pronged approach. So now 5 areas we identify, which when I know, because I don't talk them all the time, but I will repeat, the big 5 game changers. The flagship program now feeds Salone. And the reason why now the flagship, not just because the low level of food security in the country, the other reason is we take agriculture for be the engine of growth, for move the economy forward, for get greater technological investment, because the agricultural sector has been characterized by the use of these traditional tools. So now for improve the production and improve the reduce the import and improve the forex we go able get from the agricultural sector. Then we get the twin sector also of fisheries as well, for also commercialize fisheries and marine resources or as well. We go contribute to we economic growth. That is the flagship program. Then we not forget for the human capital development. We not say, okay, it was our flagship. now we go left and force because then get for big continuity. And I don't tell you say human capital development, the natural source, the human resources where we get really now a country's greatest asset. And then we also get the youth where they give you the demographic dividend. So we continue with human capital development. We continue for push the free quality education, for improve the free quality education, go to the tertiary education, expand the scholarship scheme, but we also expand activities in the health sector. We expand social protection. Okay, that's now game changer number 2. Game changer number 3, now the youth employment scheme. This particular game changer, as I always say, now the one game changer, we get a target attached, the creation of 500,000 jobs for the youth. How we get them? We get them from the agricultural sector, we get them from the technology sector. But I can like for clarify that when we did talk about the projected 500,000 jobs, and if the economy pick up, it can be more over the period, is that we project that 175,000 come from the public sector. Not the public sector, not the government, they give 500,000 jobs. And the 325,000 we expect to get from the private sector as we get more businesses, more industries set up. The fourth area now, which is very important, and I mentioned at the beginning, technology and infrastructure. Okay, infrastructure is important. You want to, let me get to 5 because I see the young things.
No, let me look at before. Let me look at what you can take into consideration when they develop them plan also, because when you look at various reports and recommendations, it shows a salon. One of the major challenge or some of the challenges them with the country they face now: poverty, political instability, and limited diversification of the economy. What you want to look at, want to develop them plan also for implement development agenda in the country?
I will come for answer that question, but if you allow me to go through the 5, and I'll be very brief on the others, then you will see say everything where you mentioned just now covered by this plan, right? So technology and infrastructure, they're the roads mainly. Then you've got energy as part of it, okay? Water resource facilities. Technology that is for ensure, say, we actually connected digitally for improve the economy. But we get, in addition to this, with this, that one are the priorities, but in addition to this, we get 5 enablers. Enabler number 1, now the diversification of the economy, right? Which you refer to. So on that day, we get the tourism, we get the mining, we get the growth sectors, then they on that day. Number 2, we look at governance. Then they look at the justice sector and other sectors around governance. Number 3, we look at the environment and climate change, right? 4, enabler number 4, we look at mainstreaming gender, okay? Women's empowerment is considered under the Big 5 game changer 2, but we still the push for gender empowerment. So that they as 4, and then 5, enabler number 5 is the implementation, resource mobilization that we could talk about a little bit later.
So all this the areas them one mentioned earlier: poverty, political instability, and lack of diversification.
So if you wait, I don't talk all the areas. It covers waiting with the talk board. Then they ask how we go about, how we can come about in these areas, right? We do extensive consultations after we don't do our own research in the ministry. Now, as we know, the signal for the Big 5 game changers, the directive for the Big 5 game changers come out from the SLPP manifesto. This was the promise that we're going to deliver on these. Now we now take these, we conceptualize them as a ministry, and we say they all fit together. And in a plan, we put how them fit together. Food security impacts human capital development. Food security also impacts or has a relationship with jobs for youth. Jobs for youth has a relationship, their relationship with technology. So they're all related.
Okay.
So we don't set this framework. Then after that, we go to the ministries, the line ministries. We talk to the technical people at the line ministries. Waiting at the data we wanna get in these areas. Waiting our priorities. How we forgo about this.
Okay.
So then we get we zero draft when we don't talk to the ministries. Then we go to civil society. Then we go to the district level. We talk to this. We go to local authorities. We even go to the schools. We go to the colleges.
Okay.
We go to almost every stakeholder group. I think, and you'll be there with me for a lot of those discussions. Before now, when we draw from all of this, then we put this plan together. We see whether the targets realistic. We look at from our own point of view whether the targets are realistic and whether the implementation strategies are realistic, and then we communicate them back to the people there.
Continue for the between the program. When we come back to, we can look at the different layers under the big game 5 changer and how the ministries they align the strategic plan to the national medium-term national development plan. A name na Kenya Bale and in the Minister of Planning Economic Development on the take way through the medium-term national development plan we government don't develop. The program na Good Morning Salon, and this time we go for the district.
AfriCell glad for tell we subscriber them say the time for win big don't reach with now you get radio and television game show where they give you chance for win thousands of millions and millions of all loans. For qualify, just dial *424# call or send empty message to 424 for just 1 new loans and you go get one chance na the game. You can same way so buy top up or data with Afri money and get double chance. For you will not join the AfriCell family yet, just buy new AfriCell SIM card and you go qualify straight for the draw and get chance for win plenty money with AfriCell. This show go there live on AYV TV, AfriCell SL Facebook page, Afri Radio and other major radio stations in the country, 8 o'clock net every Tuesday and Thursday. So join the train, hop on with you game, and be part of Now You Get Game Show and win big with AfriCell.
The kids are running wild again. Your boss is on your back. You're exhausted and run down, and every man you know is complaining about how tired they are. Why not re-energize with M-Vite Super? M-Vite Super Soft Gel capsules are packed full of ginseng, vitamins and minerals, enough to reduce stress and boost energy, especially during convalescence. And they're available at Emzor pharmacies and other pharmacies nationwide. Experience unlimited wellness with M-Vite Super, only from Emzor.
Lokma is a fast-acting, effective and safe anti-malaria drug that contains Artemether and lumenfantrine. Lokma is a first-line agent in the treatment of all forms of malaria, including multi-drug resistant strains of malaria parasites. Lokma, another quality product from Emzo Pharmaceuticals. Emzo, experience unlimited wellness.
Consult your doctor if symptoms persist.
The program now Good Morning Salon and the program they continue. This time we will look at another issue inside the program. The new liaison officer on disability issue, Office of the Presidential Advisor on Social Welfare and Inclusion at State House, Masire Brahma Lavali say he will work with the Ministry of Social Welfare and other body them for CC they implement policy then we go improve the life of disabled people in the country. This is one engagement where community of persons with disabilities salon all for talk about the decision where President Julius Madabio take for appoint Madam Masire Brahma Lavali for be the first liaison officer on disability issue in our State House. I'll be part of this engagement and put these reports together. For long time now, one concern with disabled people them na the country don dey raise na the issue of disability tax that ministry, department and agency them wey this dey in line with Section 39 of Persons with Disability Act of 2011, we say ministry, departments, and agency forget disabled decks we go dey for address issue them we get for do with disabled people. Article 29 of the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability, which Salon be signed to inside 2010, mandate all countries them we signed to this convention for give opportunity to people with disability issues for be part of decision the way government they take on behalf of the disabled community. For fulfill Salon obligation to this convention, make for the first term, President Julius Maada Bio don appoint Madam Masire Brahma Lavalley as liaison officer on disability issue at State House. Because of this, make member then at the community of persons with disability Salon don hold one engagement for talk about this appointment and self waiting that they expect from the new liaison officer for disability issue. Where they talk the head teacher at the Mintimagai School for the Blind, Sally Utere say this appointment na part of government radical inclusion policy where they talk of leaving no one behind.
I mean, the radical inclusion policy was not just meant for education. I'm pretty sure it's an inclusion policy which embraces all fields of life. For us, was not a mistake. It was a real decision that His Excellency President Maada Bio made to ask Masire to serve as liaison officer in the office of the President. So we must say thank you to His Excellency the President. And for us as persons with disability, we also see this as a fulfillment that despite 60 years of struggle in activism, we are gradually getting there. It is only left for us to brace ourselves together, for us to come together, promote unity and oneness. Believe me, we have the strongest force, the strongest voices to make sure that we achieve this.
Emature Fufana, a first-time Commissioner West, National Commission for Persons with Disabilities, say then at the disability community glad for this appointment where President Julius Maada Bio make, where this is say they in line with the United Nations Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability.
The community of persons with disabilities, Sierra Leone, hereby thank President Bio for appointing the first disability female representative of State House, Madam Masire Brahma Lavalley, to advise the President on social welfare and inclusion. The appointment is in fulfillment of Article 29 of the UN Convention on the Rights of Persons with Disability, which Sierra Leone part of in 2010. The article mandated to give persons with disabilities the opportunity to participate in political and public life. The appointment of Madam Masire Brahma is a significant development to the disability community and other vulnerable groups.
The first-time Commissioner West, National Commission for Persons with Disability, Emature Fufana, also be make this call on behalf of disabled people them to ministry, departments and agency for create disabled units. We go there for address issues that we get for do with disabled people.
In fulfillment of this Article 29 UNCRPD, Madam Brahma Lavalley appointment also indicates that President Bio is leading by example in creating disability issues units. The community of persons with disabilities, Sierra Leone, hereby encourages all ministries in the country to create disability issues unit as stipulated in Section 39 of the PWD Act 2011. Every government ministry shall establish and maintain a disability issues unit for the purpose of facilitating the implementation and compliance with the Act.
Inside Komon-Tok, the new liaison officer, Office of the Presidential Advisor on Social Welfare and Inclusion, State House, Masire Brahma Lavalley say this appointment are part of President Julius Maada Bio manifesto promise for CC and government improve the life of disabled people in the country.
It means a lot. It means that we are getting there. It it means that we are achieving and we are being inclusive, because not only being a woman, let me be specific, as a woman with disability, it means a lot to me. Having been advocating for decades and colleagues who have been advocating for decades, for us to reach this peak, and today, His Excellency, retired Brigadier Julius Malgabio, has seen the need to fulfill one of his mandates by being radically inclusive, whereby appointing me as a liaison officer. Ever since in the history of Sierra Leone, I believe it's an historical appointment, as a unique appointment, and it's unprecedented appointment. It made no mistake, so I felt so good. We now believe that we are part of the inclusive society in Sierra Leone, leaving no one behind.
But waiting at the work of the liaison officer and how he plan to advocate for the rights of disabled people, Masire Grandma Lavali explained.
Actually, is to work with the ministry and authorities to see full implementation of some policies with regards inclusion for persons living with disability and other marginalized groups. We work with appropriate authorities. I ensure I work with duty bearers to see how we could minimize some of the challenges faced by persons living with disabilities, especially women.
The liaison officer in a state house, Masire Grandma Lavali, end up for assure disabled people them say they go use a new office for work with the Ministry of Social Welfare and other body them. Because he say government implement policy them we go improve disabled their life in the country. For the Society for Radio Democracy, Adeyemi Jackson, the reports. The program is Good Morning Salon, and they come to you from the Society for Radio Democracy 98.1 FM, and we will bring to the edition of the program. My name is Adeyemi Jackson.
And Musa Kamara Naminim. We still get the Minister of Planning and Economic Development, Kenya Bali, where they talk about the midterm national development plan and other activities them. The Ministry of Planning and Economic Development. We don't look at the one we don't complete, the 2019 to 2023. We look at the 2024 to the 2030. We build around the 5 game changers of government. Yeah. How far the implementation of this one?
Okay, before I answer that question, I just remember I will not talk about the 5th game changer, the transforming of the public sector architecture, and that now the support, the delivery.
So we look at that now as we look at.
Yes, no, I didn't get the 5th one, so now I make the 5th one. And now I come to answer your question on how far we don't go in implementation. As you know, the plan will launch on the 30th of January, 2024. And so we don't now almost 1.5 years, we don't do 1.5 years into implementation. And what do we do with this plan, which you not see in any of the other national development plans? And there was the reason there for this. We targets into annual targets. So if you look in the plan, besides what they call the results framework, we get all the key performance indicators. In the plan, we take 2 or 3 targets for each sector, and we divide them on a yearly basis. So we're able to assess annually. We not wait until we say now medium plan, 3.5 years, then we assess and we find out, say we get for correct, which don't go on for 3 years or 5 years. So I can able to give you the progress in the each of the big 5 game changer area. And I want to say that the progress has been positive, right? Okay. If we take Feed Salon for instance. Well, Feed Salon, the 1 year, it don't lay a solid foundation for the agricultural sector, and they demonstrate that farming, agriculture can be profitable. Okay. And I will also talk about the fishery sector there. Did you want to stop me? So let me continue. In the 3 areas where now the indicators for Feed Salon, one now the cultivation, okay, the land cultivation, or the land cultivation. No, let's start with the productivity. We target a productivity of, well, let's say 100%, right, or increase in the productivity of rice, because we take rice. The Feed Salon, it reached 97% of this target, 92.7% of this target. For the land cultivation, right? The land cultivation as well, he achieved 102% of the target. Now, why we take those two indicators? One, you increase your rice production. That is good through increased land area. But you know, if you increase productivity, you want increased productivity, you can get the same land area. You get the same land area, but you improve them, you increase them because of maybe the fertilizers, the farming methods, and things like that. So now we get the two. We get increased land cultivation and we get increased productivity. That's for rice.
Okay. But Minister, before we go to the other area, under the feed salon, still on rice cultivation, you talk about improving productivity. But if you look at different reports, then where they look at the challenges in the agriculture sector, they talk about climate change and also climate change impact in that inadequate infrastructure, limited access to finance markets, and insufficient farming practices. You talk about land cultivation and other things. Within the medium-term national development plan, also they look into the area of climate change, finance, infrastructure, and other areas there in terms of increasing productivity.
Okay. The plan, they address all of these areas. And this is why productivity don't increase. Access to finance, the Ministry of Agriculture, and even the Bank of Sierra Leone, they don't launch some schemes, some projects. Very recently, they launched with UNCDF for make agricultural finance accessible to farmers. In the area of waiting when they hold agriculture back, and I think say I mentioned and the type of technology wouldn't be used. It was traditional technology. So the ministry then they enable or then they bring to the farmers improved technology. If we start with, let's say, irrigation, we get an irrigation intervention, natomabo. When you get irrigation, you instead of you able to produce rice, or you produce rice once a year, you can produce rice or you can produce crops 2-3 times a year. So that automatically to improve productivity. In terms of the infrastructure, the plan identify agroecological zones. Now in waiting we put now we development estimates. We identify 2 particular zones where we say we go get an integrated program. Now these 2 zones, one are in the north, the Mambolo axis. The other, then at the south, when at the Tomobong axis. And what do we do? What do the plan to do? We bring the relevant ministries together. What's that infrastructure needed for irrigation? Then come in to identify the irrigation channels. What side we need energy for both production and processing? Ministry of Energy come in. Then the Ministry of Agriculture come in. We develop those agroecological zones. So every single, and then climate change, we work with the ministry to promote climate smart agriculture.
Okay.
We even get one program intervention where don't introduce climate insurance. So all of those areas where you mentioned within the plan, it did it, and the Ministry of Agriculture and the other relevant ministries, they implement.
While we come back, Minister of Planning and Economic Development, will they continue to look at the agriculture sector as one of the development agenda them for the midterm national development plan 2024 to 2030? We go come look at them proper as you don't give figures and statistics. We can look at how the entire the opt-in on the ground as you talk. The program would want to continue. We go for a short break. We'll join the minister again.
We're trendy and youthful, where you'll be.
You na government or private workman? You want buy land for build your dream house? You want buy motor car? Or now you picking and school fees you want for pay? You want to furnish your apartment or want settle urgent medical bill? Sometimes you want travel. Well, no worry. UBA get you back with the UBA No Wahala loan. We go make you get loan as low as 5,000 and as high as 1 million in millions. You don't need for worry about any collateral. Once you dey work past 6 months, now any government office, international NGO or any institution where the bank recognize inside them loan portfolio, you go get the opportunity for pay them small with sweet timeline. When are up to 4 years with no wahala. Oh yes, UBA No Wahala loan don't come for you. Loan will give you peace of mind. So what do you wait for? Just reach for the sky with no wahala. UBA, Africa's global bank. One brand, partnering for progress.
Na salon, we believe say for go before, na something where we all the join and build. Now that make the United States they continue for join with the people and government of Salon, planting that we go better with today and tomorrow. We they join for sober well body business and for tap sick them where they threat in the world like malaria. We they build the corporate business where we put money inside, buy and sell, and partner with America business them. We they make the tomorrow better where we train the young one them and give them opportunity for land. Through the US, then Land Book and Master Sabi exchange, we they get more sense on how for join and sense for lead. Where we join for work, we also go get strength for go before, like partner them. Bill, go before.
See how we last camp on this farming business. Now in no more they make profits. It's all like na debully gets where they work for them.
But blopper you comping. But that's not fine pan business.
But that's for waiting. I don't know why we don't tape on this business. No, they get better. In we just come, they shine like a holy.
That's go. If they do well then, but you not feel say.
My sister them, not so debully I get so that the way I they manage my profits after I don't sell me farm markets. Nine una they see me at the shine by this farm business so.
Bosia, you get this fine secret. You don't tell we you sister them.
Now I they try for tell una so. Where I don't sell me farm thing them. I know they spend like how una they spend. Look you musu. Now new ladies bag you come out by so. You they trust for buy any new clothes we come out. All time una they spend pass how una they make them. Me now I they save. I they cut me cut according to my size. For help me pan this. Now I make local commercial bank with in partner them. They don't start this financial and digital literacy campaign for farming community them, where they help you for manage your budget, learn you how for trust, and plenty other awareness there. We go make your business grow more and more. Save today for you tomorrow and buy.
This message they come out from Vocal Commercial Bank and UNCDF in partnership with Government of Sierra Leone with funding from European Union.
UTB, Union Trust Bank, the game changer don't come. As we the lead, others they follow. And just with your mobile phone, you will transfer and receive money with ease, speed, and safety. UTB don't make it possible for collect money na ATM machine without the ATM card. Now that's we call cardless ATM. You, the UTB customer, will send money to anybody and deposit and collect the money now in the UTB ATM panel without any ATM card. All it can do now for just enter the reference code and collect the money. The UTB copper in safe day. With this UTB copper, any UTB customer can transfer copper with a mobile phone to anybody up to 5 million loans. And with the reference code, the person can go to any UTB branch and collect the copper. Union Trust Bank, we there for you.
The program Good Morning Salon they continue, and we continue for a look at more issues, but we still get the Minister of Planning and Economic Development. We will join us shortly after this report. We go say, according to the principal executive advisor to the President on Public Service and Head of Public Sector Reform Unit, Dr. Emmanuel Gaimase, for make the National Revenue Authority able gather plenty couple, then forget public confidence and trust. A talk this over the weekend with the National Revenue Authority Board and Management all 3-day midterm retreat na Kenema District. We say NRA will talk about the work way then they do inside the past 6 months and save them plan for continue for get a couple. Well, for more on this, we join Theodora Rena.
Restoring public confidence to enhance revenue generation na the theme wey the National Revenue Authority Board and Management use over the weekend at Kenema District for all the midterm retreat. Also, dem go talk about the thing dem wey don pass inside the 6 months and same so plan for the next 6 months of the year. Cabinet M. Kalon, now the board chairman for the National Revenue Authority. It starts for explain about the theme where NRA choose for this year midterm retreat.
We raise revenue for government so that government will do all the amenities. So then they go to ask the public when they get confidence in NRA, because we determine for do the job, and then also yes, we mean business for get public trust. You know, there's a lot of mistrust where they are around, where they ask questions. Sometimes we don't know what to say. But yes, we want the public to say NRA, an institution where they for raise revenue for the government, and government can only function financially if NRA gets the required revenue.
Concerning the alleged couple where some workman at the authority been divert to their use, the chairman Cabinet Kalon been say they not protect anybody who involved in this kind of acts.
Right now, we're very much determined to see the end of this investigation and see whether they're responsible and let take action on them. Well, from the board perspective, anybody who get one thing for misappropriation of fund, definitely that person, the heaviest punishment of the game. That person will prosecute him, but also is the lost job.
Madam Jennifer Banguana, the Commissioner General for NRA, is say they don't put system in place or push the institution in will go before now the country.
To ensure that the diversion is, if not even eliminated, but at least minimized. We are more now robust with our reconciliations. Instead of doing a reconciliation on a monthly basis, we are actually reconciling the collections on a daily basis. And I just want to let the board know that this system, or whatever we discovered, is not only happening at customs, it is also happening at DTD. As a matter of fact, it was DTD that started with the EcoBank incident in 2023. So what is happening, I just want to let everyone know that it's not only customs, it's also happening at DTD. But for the systems that we have put in place, we are going to ensure that it is minimized and controlled, if not averted entirely.
Way Ibide talk, the keynote speaker, Dr. Emmanuel A.R. Gaima, when are the principal executive advisor to the President on Public Service and head of Public Reform Unit, say it good for make NRA work for gain public confidence, where according to Ram very important for revenue, and say build confidence span them work, whether they do, so that people go always ready for pay and tax them for help revenue generation at the country.
In any country, in this case the NRA, must be seen as the heart of the administration of the states. Why? Because it provides a blood that, when infused in the entire ecosystem, will make sure that the other sectors function and collectively the state functions. But to do this, the overall mandate of any revenue earning entity must be always kept at the center of the thinking. And what is that? Optimization of revenue mobilization to support the administration and management of the state. That should be at the back of your thinking any day, anytime, wherever you are. Because if you just collect, we are not optimized, you're not willing to hit targets, you're not trying to go above targets, then you are running probably at a minimalist level, and the state cannot function as it should.
Dr. Guy Massimiso say the institution gets role for play because now then they for collect copper for government, and say the law for day in place where for make people get the understanding, but all waiting that they do.
You are the primary taxation entity in the country. So fixing your eyes on hitting your targets, you have a role to make sure that the national taxation regulatory system, the laws, the regulations, the policies are in place. Without this, also indirectly undermines your capacity to perform. There is often the risk for national revenue entities to do more of internal thinking, working towards attaining set targets,
Dr. Emmanuel A. Algaima, they end up say tax education are key for any stage where the National Revenue Authority they reach, like for rate, tariff, assessment, and other thing them, so that people go get the understanding. But waiting the National Revenue Authority they do. For Radio Democracy, me na Theodore Arena the report.
May I have your attention, please? Are you planning your next trip? Think Air Sierra Leone. If you're looking to travel to London or Lagos stress-free, visit us now, number 2123 Siaka Stevens Street, Freetown. Air Sierra Leone flies directly between Sierra Leone to the United Kingdom, as well as from Freetown to Lagos. 30,000 feet above the clouds, Air SL flies so high, departing from Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. sharp from the Freetown International Airport. With ticket prices that will go fit your pockets. Book today. Now flysierraleone.com. For get quick chats with one of our attendants, call +232 90-838-071. Connecting Sierra Leone to the world. Fly with ease. Air Sierra Leone, our flag, our future.
Salon Commercial Bank don't come with new banking products them for make life easy. With Million Online Bank and Million Mobile app, you can able for use Salon Link money transfer for send money to anybody. It let you not get bank account. Transfer or receive money now the same bank or any other bank. Transfer money to person or office. It let you not get the account number. Buy Ed Salite, pay other bill them, and now get advanced salary. You don't need for worry again, but almost money then you earn. Because you can able for pay for things the way you buy in a supermarket and other shop them with the quick response code payment. That button done for the boss man them. With Beyond Online Direct, you can upload salary, pay all your supplier them, sell forex to Salon Commercial Bank, and watch your account anytime. If you need the app, download them from Google Play Store or any Apple Store, or go to Salon Commercial Bank website www.slcb.com. Sierra Leone Commercial Bank, delivering God.
The program is still listening to now. Good morning, Saluni. They come to you from 98.1 FM. We still got the Minister of Planning and Economic Development. They talk about the midterm national development plan and also how it is in line with the government big five changes. Them we look at them and we look at government priority program. We at the agriculture sector. We don't get the minister. Don't get data, statistics, and efforts we governments don't do at the field saloon as one of government development agenda. But I want to come to the minister again in this area with a quick text from a concerned citizen. We don't follow the program. They say, today's interview is sad. So sad. For goodness sake, where is this minister living? 600,000 for a bag of rice? Wow. This shows these people are living in glass house. Minimum wage is 750,000 and the bag of rice is 600, as she says. Can she live on 150,000 per month? You came in and the loans was in 700, now 2,400,000, and you claim credits. In agriculture, absolutely nothing has been achieved. Please ask her to show you a single industry rice farm in the country. Ask her to show you one local shop that sells local produced rice in the country. Talking about creating 5,000 jobs, they've created 5,000 drug addicts instead of jobs. This is a big problem business. Do you tell the minister nothing need to happen at Tomabo? Dana from Concerned Citizen.
Yeah. Okay. Do you want me to make a response to that?
Respond to that, yeah.
Okay. Yes, I don't say that, yes, that a bag of rice, if it's 600,000 and the minimum wage now 750,000. And what I want to say,
rice is 800.
The last way I get, the last way me get, when you buy from a source, they say, well, I send for buying and tell me saying that's 600,000.
Who's
right?
Half bag or full bag?
But it must have been half a bag we
Okay.
talk about, right?
Okay.
But having said that, the price of rice don't come down, and I did say it not ever happen, right, in this country. I'm not refuting the fact that yes, the minimum wage is 800,000, right, and nobody can live if you say that on 150,000, right? Unfortunately, in Sierra Leone, even when you ask how people did they do, you say they didn't manage, right? But me know also for a fact say that there is work going on in Tomobon, all right? There is local rice available for sale. Maybe not in large quantities, but there is local rice available for sale. Me go na one establishment na Kono last week, and they actually give me some of the rice where they sell. All right. Now we're going to talk about coming to the achievements. Right. Some of the key achievements you say the minister and don't already give, the Minister of Agriculture. But I'll give you some of the other key achievements in the agricultural sector. That we don't increase, no matter what's in anybody, but we get the statistics that paddy rice don't increase by 35%, right, since 2023. And this is a result of the interventions we tell you about. Also, the Ministry of Agriculture, they don't give support. You don't support 91,982 farmers. 43.73% of women are women, with access to inputs and to machinery.
Okay.
Infrastructure. We don't provide 200 kilometers of feeder roads, rural bridges in Kailau, in Karene, in Banff, in the Pujan district. And as I mentioned, the agroecological zones. The country don't record a decrease in rice imports, which should say with the improved rice production. In the last 8 months, I get, on an annual basis, but in the last 8 months, rice import has declined over 60%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Madam Minister, let's come to the other areas. Them now the big five game changer. You don't talk about the feed saloon. Let's go into the other areas them as well.
Okay, the other areas. Okay, the other area where I don't mention now human capital development, and with a focus on the health sector, right? With a focus on the education sector, with a focus on social protection, with a focus on women's economic empowerment, with a focus on child development. So all of those areas, we don't implement strategies. But before I go onto the human capital development, I just want to point out that for Feed Salon, we not just focus on the agricultural sector. We get a twin intervention in the fishery sector. And in the fishery sector self don't meet and surpass in targets. They don't meet in targets in the production of fish. We target now being 245, no, the baseline now being 245,000 metric tons. We target now being 250,000 metric tons. In the past year, we reached 267,000 metric tons, which now over 103% increase. The same with the revenue as well. We generate 135% higher than the projected revenue above the baseline.
On the area of the blue economy, talk about the fish sector. But aware of that Salon presently not the import fish, not the European countries.
Yes, I'm aware. Not the export fish to the European countries.
And what's the ministry and government
for a number of years, right? And in the plan, if you look in the plan for 2026, we get it was for 2025, we get the obtaining of a certificate for export to China, all right, as one of the targets. 2026, now to the EU. There are a number of issues for do with standards, but the ministry, they work on that. And it been there in the news anyway on Friday that they actually now open the gateway on this Friday we pass the export of fish to China. We received the certificate. For the EU, the ministry, they work on this as well. Yeah.
So, in overall, so far, are you keen to describe in terms of figure or percent, how much percent you think, say, government will achieve in the midterm development plan 2024 to 2030 in a scale of 1 to 10?
In the scale of 1 to 10, I go say that we don't achieve 70%. Some don't overachieve, as I just say. Some challenges then they because of infrastructure we put in place.
That's just within
within the 1 year.
1 year.
Within the 1 year.
So that means we are surpassing our targets.
In some areas, I just don't tell you. Say the sector where I just referred to, and I make I refer to that sector, we surpass we targets in all of the areas, the 3 main targets. I mean, there are others, but those 3 main targets that we set, we surpass them. For feed salon, we surpass in one area and we almost reach we target in another area.
So that means we will likely complete according to you figure now before the time.
No, it's a target. No, let me tell you. No, get unclear. Not to the target for the whole plan. Now the target for the year. Remember, I said at the beginning, we set annual targets. Okay. So every year, rather than we wait until 3-4 years and we see say we don't go anywhere, when you set the annual targets, what side they achieve, you're able to get back to the ministry and say you haven't achieved here. What's the problem? And they're able to work on them.
Okay.
All right. So in the areas where I don't mention, in a lot of the areas, in the health sector, in the education sector, in the agriculture sector, in the fishery sector, there are other sectors, as I said, there are challenges.
Okay.
That's why I did 7/10.
Continue first. Continue first. We'll come back. We look at how far when I don't go for set up the body them like the District Development Coordination Committee, another one them for the midterm national development plan. Continue for still with you inside the program in name na Kenya Bale, in the Minister for Planning and Economic Development. The program Good Morning Salon they continue. Adeyemi?
Inside the program, we did take one power headlines to read them. Outside the new president for the Salon Association of Journalists, Alhaji Manika Kamara, say enforce priority as president now for make sure say improve the safety and welfare of journalism in the country. They talk this inside the handing over ceremony where Sludge all inside and go and over the leadership of this particular body to for the next 3 years. Well, for more on this, make we join with reporter Alhaji Jallo.
Alhaji Manika Kamara, having been duly elected to serve as president of the Sierra Leone Association of Journalists, do solemnly swear.
The president-elect for the Salon Association of Journalists, Alhaji Manika Kamara, they take oath of office after we member the association. We don't vote for making be them president and take over the administration of them association for the next 3 years. This all be after June 14 this year. Alhaji Manika Kamara be get the request of over 308 member them at the association we ask them through the ballot box for be the next president for this association. Inside this handing over ceremony, then begin award them to past executive member them and serve people who don't help for push development na the Salon Association of Journalists. After that one day, and now the outgoing president, they hand over to Alhaji Manika Kamara, the outgoing president, Ahmed Said Nazgala, say inside in 6 years now office, they don't able for do plenty thing them, but make journalists them able for do them work without any intimidation.
9 years ago, you gave me your trust to serve as your Secretary General of SLAJ. 6 years ago, you renewed that trust by giving me a higher responsibility, not just to lead, but to continue to serve you as president of SLAJ. We fought for and won the repeal of the criminal libel law and the enactment of the IMC Act 2020, giving new wings to press freedom in Sierra Leone and taking a huge step forward in addressing the welfare of journalists and other media workers through legislation. We organized the first ever Media Viability and Investment Conference for the media. We developed the National Action Plan, which is now a blueprint for media development in Sierra Leone. We defended the rights of journalists to practice their profession. We launched the SLAG gender equality policy for the media to address the gender imbalances in the media. We constructed the first SLAG office building in the entire country in the eastern region. We conducted trainings for journalists across the country.
With the achievement they are, plenty people will want to know the couple and projects them where the first time president na Salon Association of Journalists, Ahmed Said Nazgala, left na office, where this make the first time president for the Salon Association of Journalists, Ahmed Said Nazgala, talk about the couple and projects them where he left na office.
To the new president, Alhaji Manika Kamara, these are the audited accounts of SLAG since I came into office in 2019 to 2025. I will start with the Journalism Welfare Fund. We have 100 million there. This last subvention, we have a balance of 536,798,002 loans. These are project fund, BBC Media Project. We have a balance there of 119,101 loans. As for the first tranche, they disbursed to us about 229,000. We've done about 2 activities.
As plenty people don't they support the work where journalists don't they do in the country for give strength to democracy, promote development, and protect citizens' rights. Where this make the mayor on a free tongue, even Akisoya say the new executive for work Tranga one for safeguard the work where journalists then they do now the country.
Journalists have a significant role to play in society. At FCC, we are particularly grateful for the support of the outgoing president, for his support in strengthening climate communication, most notably through his facilitation of a climate reporting initiative and training session made possible through our partnership with C40 Cities. To the new executive, I urge you to to build upon the solid foundation laid by your predecessors, in plural. The peaceful conduct of this election and the dignified acceptance of the outcome reflect your collective maturity and commitment to SLAG's core mission, which is advancing the welfare of journalists and safeguarding the future of journalism in Sierra Leone. As we work together to promote effective decentralization, climate resilience, civic engagement, and inclusive development.
We himself they talk, the president-elect Alhaji Manika Kamara say as member of the association don't trust and give them the mantle for lead them for the next 3 years and get 5 priority them we in get for work with for push development na the association where them priority they are now.
My priorities will be 1. Safety and welfare. We will strengthen protection for journalists and media workers, especially in the province and outreach areas. 2. Capacity and professionalism. Trainings, mentorship, and innovation will be central to our growth. 3. Unity and inclusion. SLAG must be home for all. Women, youth, PWDs, veterans, regional branches, affiliates, sub-bodies, and marginalized voices in the profession. 4. Partnership and advocacy. We will deepen strategic engagement with national and international actors to defend press freedom and secure resources for sustainability. 5. Institutional strengthening. We will continue to pursue system reforms, improve governance, and proactive fundraising to build a stronger secretariat and SLAG. Long live SLAG. Long live press freedom. Long live free and responsible journalism.
The president-elect for the Salon Association of Journalists, Alhaji Manika Kamara, end up for call on member them now this association for come together and work as one for push development na the association for the Society for Radio Democracy. Me na Alhaji Jallo, the report.
We still get the Minister of Plan Economic Development, Kinyabali, we don't take way through the medium-term national development plan we government implement. Madam Minister, don't look at the District Development Coordination Committees, Development Partners Committee, and the National Development Industry Resettlement Program. How far with the implementation of the plan here?
Well, all of the what you don't refer to, most of them relate to the directorates within our ministry. So I would just like to just talk about the directorates just briefly where they fall before I talk about the progress. The District Development Coordinating Committee, that they fall under the Rural Development Directorate, and of course, as you say, it coordinate the plans at district level. Another coordination function where you don't mention the coordination of the Development Partners Committee that falls under the Aid Coordination Directorate. That they self we coordinate development partner aid. National Development Induced Resettlement, that's now a new unit where we don't set up, and this they look at the effects of development activities on certain communities and how we go address Dandy. But we also have the Planning, Policy and Research Unit. Well, now they plan they fall under Public Investment Management. That's where public development estimates fall under. We also get the NGO directorates and the ECOWAS National Office. So if I come now to the District Development Coordinating Committee that I mentioned that falls under rural development, then committees then don't exist a couple of years. They're doing well with the coordination of and aligning all district activities to the medium-term national development plan. The beauty of these committees is that they're comprised of the district council, then comprised of traditional leadership, they comprise of the local NGOs, where they sit and meet bi-monthly on their district development activities. And therefore, coordination enhanced because amongst themselves, they can talk about what things happen in different areas. They make sure there's no overlap and make sure that there's complementarity. Under the DACO, in the same way, we coordinate the donors, we relate with UNDP and all of the other donors, the whole of the UN system, and we bring them together also on a quarterly basis for discuss we development programs, and therefore we coordinate better as well.
Okay. Continue for the between the program. A name na Kenya Ballet and A na the Minister of Planning Economic Development. The program na Good Morning Salon, and this time we'll go for walkabout.
Another morning again. Say Monday man. Say Monday. Say Fambo. Say. Audio tutu de bangu nubu ase audio yenye o machizi na shaje mitunu ase mancha gotre fushman ase no to gono mase for the flying a plane ase myself Shinkansen ase la fly little bit like the experience man. I feel like that kind of experience we're working good. I say, Famboula, I say, you see that l'histoire-ci? I say, I tell you about that l'histoire-ci, and the PPS list. I say, waiting, paying me more on the list. I say, Secretary General all sign and stamp. I say, in case you not see the list what they talk about, I say, the PPSL party, I say, they say, then don't get people in way they talk, say they want lead for the 2028 election. I say, Fambo, I say, 18, the 18, I say, na them Komon-Tok, I say, then say, the one for be you prepare yourself flag behind. I say name them I say what I say I say this 30 day I say because the other one that so don't know them. I say but name now the one that say I see number 4. I say number 4 now the mommy self now say I say but wait, bo. I said the mommy on top. I say still the nurse this dream. I said the mommy on top. I say still gets that one day I leave. I say he want him up. I say now I don't wonder to for them why they go through this. Now they wonder say how some man want take care. I dey wonder how some man want take care. And then number 17, I say, I say, no put 1% in your pocket. 1% in your pocket, boy, report. Naimbo Francis, I say, it's FK, you want bill. I say Francis will go direct today. He mistake the way you do. Go look and ping the shell, not the car again. I say FK wow. That if we say, that if we been talking, I say, you know, for bring all the kind couple for put inside. I say, you know, for it go to I say, he chef name the inside. I say, that talk say how na city boss him back. I say, boy, I not been to believe. I say, until I see him. I say, light up. I say, number 2. Number 2. Immediately after VP. After Koto the 9 day, I say, about this boy. I say, I make it in it take time for some time. This politics, I say, until he gets answer for make sure say, will not begin use this say what go on market. I say, Pambo. I say, God don't talk about say, we need important meeting in this country. He said the important meeting we need in this country is for them people who they land business. I say, man, they sell land to the pie days. I say, talk and Kojuma Kodu man, then they sell land too much. I say, man, they sell land. I say, going back, you know, it will be, I say, look, can't keep meeting. This is too much. Anti-minister, say, money, no, I say, how they do by day. I say, how the development. I say, how you they feel the development that is quite good there? How you development secretary they do? I say, waiting me I no go see. Me na the honorable Wakabot.
Well, from Wakabout, we come to the Minister of Planning and Economic Development. Again, but quick, Adeyemi, look at few messages them inside the program. We don't come inside.
This one on Facebook page from Mark 10 and New England will say, Madam Minister, I'm calling your attention to please address the ongoing dispute between local communities at Tehun and El Dorado mining company. There is a concern over the mining company practice such as disrespect, environmental degradation, and inadequate compensation for crops and property. Please try to resolve these issues.
This one say from Lamin Maran on Facebook page say, good morning, Madam Minister. I want to know what your ministry has done to ensure MDA did not deviate from the mandate of the strategic plan.
This one from Tunde Scott said the only good thing about this government is that they know how to make policies on paper. What they lack is the knowledge of implementation.
We continue for look at more messages them inside the program. This one say, please, Madam Minister, update us about EU investment or programs in Sierra Leone.
This one from Michael say, good morning, 98. Please ask your guest that if my salary is 800, which is the current minimum wage, then I bought a bag of rice 600. What will be the cost for transportation to work, electricity bill, and other expenses at home?
Okay, this one from Mystic Nadwazaki says, I want to wish the new SLAJ president and executive with the well in their undertakings at SLAJ. I hope they will focus on the welfare of media practitioners and the high rate of production cost they are going through, especially the print media.
This one from Martin say the dropping down of the price of rice per bag is a solid and excellent move made by the government and the rice importers. The government of President Bio has shown that it is a listening one. as we continue to ask the government question and call them out whenever they make a wrong move, we will continue to applaud them whenever they make a right move.
The last one for me for now, because of time now, from Osfred Kamara. They say, Madam Minister, you try to pin a point on few government strategies towards agriculture and food security. However, the strategy to fiscal discipline towards economic growth was not detailed in your presentation. Also, the area of trade and economic diversity, the aid for trade union by UNECA. Have you planned any partnership with the World Trade Organization? Also, what is your present rice production per hectare, and how much tons of rice is consumed by an average Sierra Leonean in relation to per capita income? From Osfred, come on our Facebook page. Madam Minister can respond to the message yes, as we not get better time now the program again.
Okay. I will start with the issue of Tihun, because that's an easy one. Well, not easy, because there is a dispute, but we did address that. My deputy Dongo Dongde with the whole team about a month ago. They report back to me, say then they Panam, and I should say then go continue for work on this issue, and we will try to resolve the issue. The other issue where on the MDAs, how we get them for adhere to the plan. Well, in terms of the adherence, we don't get any carrot stick interventions, but what we do, we present the report at cabinet. Then you see whether you do well or whether you not do well. Sometimes you know to go into that detail, and then we just sit down with them and sit down with their technical staff to see how we can assist them, point out the areas where they will able to implement the plan in a better manner. The observation, because I'm not going to call it the criticism, the observation where somebody make for say, well, not to this government no more. When you talk about policy on paper, we need to implement. This don't be the bane of a number of governments, that we develop policies and we put them on the shelf. Even we and I talked this the other day. Me come into the planning ministry where we second medium-term development plan, which was years ago. But back then they didn't tell me, say, they not ever work on the first medium-term development plan. Rather than that, then put it on the shelf. Now another country in Africa take that plan as the blueprint. And take that plan as the blueprint, and today that country now a middle-income country.
Okay. So more messages from us, Freddy can respond to that one.
Okay. Let me see. Is it the investment plan?
Yeah.
Or well, we don't get quite a few investment programs. Saloon. Some of them, a number of them road infrastructure. A number of them businesses, factories, like for instance the Odav factory where they launched sometime last year, the steel factory. We also don't get some agricultural investments.
Okay.
I will go into all the details of those agricultural investments, but at a recent conference where we go in Seville, which was led by the vice president, announced, and it's always been announced, that Sierra Leone is open for business, and we don't get at least an environment where we make it easier for investors for come investing in Sierra Leone, and open up and ensure that we have that. We make sure so we get that in every environment.
Plenty thank you for joining us at the edition of the program, Madam Minister. We hope for they get you inside the program for give update to the public on the midterm national development plan and how our government don't go with them. Plenty thank you for spare time for joining the program.
Okay.
Inimna Kenya Balina, the Minister for Planning and Economic Development, we will look at midterm national development plan and other development programs them with the ministry they implement na the country, and they don't make mention the progress that we don't make so far. Now this edition of the program. Good morning, Salongo Lefi, for today. Plenty thank you to the producer Michael Sambola, Kabe and Mangi Maser, we help produce the program, and also plenty thank you to Mary Kamara Bango and Fatmata Samura for making us live on Facebook, and DJ Sugar King for giving technical support. So till then, Musa Kamade say have a wonderful day. Bye bye.
Adeyemi Jackson is a good night.